test. Hello. Sorry for being late. Um, yep, blueprints. Because I finally have a puzzle I know how to solve. Well, I guess there's two puzzles I know how to solve. I'll wait a little bit before I start explaining them, just in case somebody accidentally clicks on my profile later on and the VOD starts auto-playing and they don't want a spoiler. Because it is possible that somebody somehow finds me through something other than blueprints, although very unlikely. Also, the AC in my room is acting up again, so it won't turn off. So that might lower sound quality. Anyway, let's go with the shelter yet again. Now I no longer have the buff that I got from the shrine a while back. I mean yesterday. But the shelter still lets me not do blue rooms. Not worry about red rooms, sorry, not blue ones. Um, so this is one of the rooms that I wasn't able to do last time. I do recognize it. Come back. Let's take the Nook though. Or sorry, not the Nook, the parlor. Interestingly, the parlor doesn't have the hint. Which makes me question if the parlor was the one that had the hint to begin with. I thought it was, but maybe not. Okay, so the gems are not in this box. The blue box is true, and the gems are in this box. So if the gems were in this box, that would make all three be true. I can't tell. One must be true, one must be a lie, and one must be either. So the gems are not in this box. The blue box is true. But this is a lie. So if this was a lie, this would also have to be a lie. And that can't happen because there would then be three lies. These two must actually be true, which means that the gems are in the white box through process of elimination. Now, this is a pair of paintings that I need to solve for. And to explain the puzzle that I must solve at the moment, each room has 2 paintings in it. And those paintings are always the same, depending on the position in the house. And I need to determine one word for each painting that are 1 letter off. For example, and this was the given as the explanation, this corresponds to face, this corresponds to ace, and so the letter for rank 1 file 3 is F, because F is the one that is added between ace and face. So, here I have, see, it sucks because I don't actually remember what this is called. I'll come back later. I don't remember what that's called. I've seen that dessert before, but I don't know what it's called. And this is obviously like sand dunes. Or maybe it's just desert and dessert. Which, very possible, and I'll mark it down. Okay. Here, I will take the West Wing Hall so that I can progress forward. And I already have lane and plan. Let's continue. Mailroom. I have a package here. A brass compass, 2 gems, and 2 keys. Very nice, thank you very much to Cinca. I do not have a sledgehammer, so I would rather not open that up. I already have Crow and Row. Here. It doesn't actually matter which one I take, so I suppose I'll take Courtyard, as I know a sledgehammer can spawn here. Unfortunately, it did not. It instead spawned a shovel. But I can still dig around. And there are a couple of dig spots in here, which apparently do reset. Which is not what it states in the description of the room. But that's probably just like oversight. Okay. I can take a chapel or a closet or a kitchen. Honestly, I'll take the closet. Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Greater chance of finding items. Alright. Here I guess I will take the observatory so that I can see what the star gives me. And this one should not be the debuff if I got that yesterday. Yep. 4 doors are more common, and key. I believe this might be a new room that I need to solve for. And by new, I don't actually mean new. But I was unable to solve for it before. Actually, I think it's A. I think it's coat and cop. This is rank 4. Room 2. Alright. Here, I would like to turn upwards, so I will take the bedroom. So, in here. Here, I will take the chapel to split. And I also have the bunker, which will... Are there any paintings in here? Or is this one of the rooms without paintings? I guess it's one of the rooms without the paintings. Okay. I will go ahead and take the pool here, because I want to see if I can get the pump room. If I can, I believe there's something down there. Probably, at least. Let's see, though. This is like a pilot, right? And this would be a plot. And this is rank 5, room 2. I for pilot and plot. Moving on, requiring a key. A cloister. I don't remember if I've ever gotten the cloister before. But at the same time, I kind of want the Great Hall. I'll take the cloister, because I don't think I've ever gotten in here before. Very interesting that it seems that there are dig spots I cannot access. Which is very curious indeed. I wonder what that is about. Archives and weight room are identical for me. I'll take the archives, I guess. This is a stage. Wait, I think I already have this room, actually. Rank 4. Yeah, room 3. It's stage and sage. Moving on. Guess I'll take the Great Hall here, since the lavatory is a dead end. I'm not going to enter there, though, yet. I'm going to continue moving on. I guess I'll take the weight room here. 4 doors. You are like a mine cart, or a cart, and you are a chart. And so this would be rank 5 H for cart, or it's actually chart, cart. Like so. Pump room. Yes. Okay. Mount Holly pump control. So, what exactly happens? Okay. I see. Okay. So what if I were to put water in the kitchen? Would I be able to do that? I need power actually. I need boiler power. So I need to look for the boiler. Apparently, office does not have to happen in where I thought it did, which is quite interesting. Can't afford it though, so I'll take the dead end instead. All right, so this room has the coach and a shoreline, or a beach, or a cliff. I don't get it. No paintings in this room. I already got this one. Oh, this is the back end of the Grand Hall. Nothing is in here though. Guess let's use a key here. I guess I'll take the dining room. Because I believe this one, yep, this has paintings. This would be a tent and a dog tag. Or just a tag. I don't get it. I'll move on. I'll take the closet. A telescope. Gain an additional effect for each constellation observed in the observatory. I think it might be too late there. And do I already have rank 4, room 5? I do, yes. I think it's too late for the telescope, unfortunately. I also believe it might be... too far away now that even if I get the boiler, it won't work. Take the Nook. Oh, a coupon book. Very nice. Take the gym so that I can go upwards. Alright, I can get the boiler room now. But again, I think I might be too far away. I'll try it, but I don't think it's gonna work. I need to go to the left. If this does in fact work, then I'm good. But it would have to go through 5 rooms. And I don't know if it can go that far. As I have seen in the past that it tends to not. Yeah, look, see, there's no power here. Although there's nowhere to check and see if there's power anywhere else along here. Anyway. Here's another cliff and dog tag. Doesn't really make sense to me. Go commissary so that I can turn. Using up my last key here. I guess I'll just take the spare room. Lock. Alright. Well. No paintings in here, I don't believe. Yeah. Okay. So the commissary is a bone or a spine and a pine. That's what it is. And this is rank 7. Room 1. And this is S for spine and pine. Boiler does not have any paintings, but I will check and see if I can go up this way. Can. I'll take the bedroom for the steps because I do need them. This will prevent me from going further though, unless I get a key. Which does suck, but it happens. Anyway, this is a boat and a bat. This is rank 8. Room 2 is A for boat and bat. Alright. I'm now in rank 6. Yeah. Alright. So this is a cliff, this is a beach, this is a shore, this is a... I don't see anything that's close to tag or label. sucks. And then in the Nook, I have... What even is this? Is that like paint? And a plane? Huh? I don't see it. I don't... it would help to know what I'm looking at. And I genuinely cannot tell. Obviously someone is painting, but I don't know what this is. Anyway, the cloister has no paintings. I already solved the weight room. I can eat though, so I will go ahead and do that. Did I solve the storeroom? I don't believe I did. I'll go back in and check. Coach and beach shore cliff. But what could this be if not a coach? It could be a jacket, I suppose. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of gaps in this message for me to try to get, if I'm going to try to brute force. If I had to guess... Alright. Sorry. And I'm going to put this prediction here now. If I had to guess... Obviously I don't know anything rank 8 through 6. If I had to guess, rank 5 is 8. Rank 4 is date. Rank 3 is crack. Rank 2 is 8. And rank 1 is safes. Now this is entirely a guess and could be wrong. But that is my, from what I have... my best prediction. Because I don't know many words that start with an E and an I. I don't know many words that start with, or that have I, or that go blank I, blank H, blank. But I'm pretty confident on 4. I'm pretty confident on 3. And I'm fairly confident on 1. So... rank 4, 4. I guess I'll try for if I get a key. Or multiple keys, I suppose. Everything else in rank 4 I have. Rank 5, I get stuck on both 5 and... Or, no. I got stuck on 5, but 3 and 1 just don't have paintings. Rank 6, I don't have the painting for Pump Room, but the other 3 I do not know. Spine and Pine I got here. Boat and Bat I got here. These 2 I don't have. Well, I have, but I have this one. I don't actually. I just don't have these 2. I'm confusing myself here. Whatever. I need to go back to... 3 I have 1, 2, and 3. 2 I have 1 and 2. Rank 1 I'm missing the den. I'll go see if I can solve it, assuming any... I doubt I can, though. Oh, I can just use the telescope here. That's nice. Huh. Alright. Moving on to the den. Okay, so this supposedly is an A. And so the question is, how? It's pray and pry. That's what it is. Here I will take hallway for the split and to see more rooms. That I already have Pin and Pine. Here I'll take the bordure. As there should be. Yep. This is a stag and a tag. So it is in fact safes. Here. I'll take the bunk room. Unfortunately, I don't actually get steps from the bunk room. I could have sworn that I did. But whatever, it is a T for car and cart. So, yep, this puts credence into the 8 theory. What am I saying? Me when I'm foolish. Probably should have taken... the other thing, but I will take coat check here. This is a bath and a bat, which does in fact give H. You are a bridge and a bride, which gives G. Yep. So that is in fact 8. Alright, I'm going to retrieve the key card and then go to the foundation. And I want to check underneath the elevator. When it raises. While I am underneath. While I'm in the basement, I mean. Because for some reason, it requires a key card. My question is why? What are you hiding from me under there? Nothing, because I literally can't. Anyway, the foundation is... Oh, I already have a guess in here. Never mind. For Tyr and Ty. Okay. I do have a key. So I'm gonna go to the Great Hall and just guess and see if I can go down, because I want to get here to see if it's a K. And rank 4, I have everything except for the Great Halls. Rank 5, the chapel does not have any paintings. I need to go to the archives. Okay, so I just need to guess the door here. There is a lever in here. You only need one lever. Hold on. Only one lever is needed to enter the antechamber. One of them at least can appear in the Great Hall. And this is the east lever, which would make this the south lever. Okay. No, that's good. This is great. Okay, I have 2 of the entrances known to the Great Hall. Obviously, I can't go in now, as I don't have any access to this area. Unfortunately, though, this does not give access to the area I was trying to get to. That was just a complete, accident that was useful. I suppose I can go into rank 6 through the chapel and see if I can get there, unless it's locked, which it probably is. And if this is locked, then that's going to be me calling it a day. It is. Alright. I got some information. Not as much as I would like. But, so far, my theory of 8 dates crack 8 safes is holding true. I just need to figure out what the first 3, or actually, there's actually 9 ranks. I don't know why I only included 8. There are, however, only 4 letters for the 9th rank, since the antechamber doesn't count. Okay. What do you have for me? I forgot to recheck an item at the coat check. Well, that's on me. Let's check the tomb. I don't know if I've ever been in the tomb. I have most definitely not. This is very expansive. A letter. Open only in the event of my death. Simon. So here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And that same dim, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition, thrice as strong. Those are chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon this family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's or mine? In your youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds the trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that stumps me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend if not break these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak, and Seymour, and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all of our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty. To treat this sepulture as hallowed ground. To realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric. And to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom this granted you, commit yourself to be buried here, within this mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps. As is tradition, Herbert S. Sinclair. So bro does not want me to lay to rest here. Kind of funny, honestly. Interesting. I can interact with these guys. Which is very interesting indeed. Because these are very similar to the chapel paintings. And also the statue in the, each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in this tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end. Or is it? This is interesting. I wonder if that means anything. But yeah, these are similar to the chapel paintings. Also, they are similar to the statue in the what's that room? The green room with the 4 doors that had the big spot. Okay, so I'm gonna need a chapel. As soon as possible. Alright. Good to know. Also dig spots. Right, time to find a chapel. Let's just get started. I'll just take the closet, doesn't really matter. I'll be moving on from here very fast anyway. 4 door, I suppose. So why not? Take the boiler room, but I will have to be very careful. Because I want gems before I open up the doors that border the boiler room. Yeah. I'm gonna go back. And, go from the other way. Alright. I guess I'll go spare room so that I can go into the corner and move up from there. Pantry. Den. Or actually, no, I want the chapel. I want the chapel. Okay. So. So what exactly am I looking for here? Okay, well, Alright, so the person with the shovel is lowered, maybe? I'm gonna go based on the shoulder position. Or the position of their right shoulder. Which would actually only have... these two raised. If I go based on the shoulder position, then it would be only the... are you like are you a chimney guy? Like what? Chimney cleaner? And king are raised and no one else. So I'm actually just gonna go test that now. And see if it works. Though to be fair, the change might not happen in this room. It might happen in another room, and I might not notice it. Okay. So the farmer is down. Room is down. Whatever you are is down. King is up. Shovel is down. You're down. And you are up. Did something happen? No. Well, it was worth a shot. I'm not really sure what else to try. I'll look again and see if there's another interpretation I can try, but I don't think there's really, I don't think there's anybody who really has, like, their thing they're holding lowered. Nobody really has it lowered. Everybody's just raised. Like the object itself. How many people have their arms straight down? Not bent at the elbow. The cook has it down. The farmer has it down. The horse rider has it down. So maybe it's that. That's 3 at least. That would be the cook, the farmer, and the horse rider. Are down and everyone else up. Cook, farmer, and horseback rider. Let's see. This is probably gonna be the last time I try, though. Cook Or why did I go up to the farmer and say cook? That's the cook, the farmer, and where's the horseback rider? You're already raised. You are... Are you the horseback rider? I honestly cannot tell. I know you're not, though. Cook, farmer, and horseback rider, I think, are the only ones down at the moment. What a strange thing there. I'm not sure what I'm looking for the change to be, is part of the problem. Like, I know there's some sort of puzzle here. But so far, I've tried for elbow position, I've tried for shoulder position. And like, there's nothing else that would even make sense to try. So I'm kind of just lost. I'll just make a note that there's some kind of puzzle. Relating the chapel to, is it the crypt? Is that what it's called? No, it's the tomb. Some sort of puzzle relating the chapel to the tomb, and I just can't figure it out. Wasted so many steps today, and I've gone nowhere just for this puzzle that I cannot find an answer to. Honestly, if I come across a freezer, I'll just take it. I guess I'll take a bedroom. I don't know. It's not like it really gives me any steps, but at least I don't lose any steps. Guess I'll take a parlor for the gems. Box contains gems, not contain gems. Other two boxes are true. This cannot be true. This has to be a lie. Because if this was true, that would make 3 boxes true. Which means at least, or which means exactly one of these must be true, one must be a lie. And I genuinely don't know how that can work. Let's say you're the lie. And you do contain the gems. Wouldn't this force you to contain the gems? Or actually, if you're the lie, you contain the, or you don't contain the gems. You're telling the truth. You don't contain the gems because you. Black box, you have the gems. Let's go. I'll go library just so I can turn upwards. cloister. I wonder if there are 8 actual statues around the house. Or not 8, sorry. I wonder if there are 7 statues around the house. So I'm going to assume, and this is a guess, that there are going to be 7 statues around the house. Not paintings in the chapel, actual statues. This would make the king be raised. Also, there should be a gem here now. There is. Oh, a metal detector. I'll take it. East Wing Hall for the split. I guess I'll just take the den. I'm in rank 5, I just noticed. There's something in here. Oh, here it is. Alright. Oh, this is the campsite and the tag. Yeah, I don't know. According to my guess, this should be a T. I am stupid. It's tent and 10. It's not a label, it's not a tag, it is 10 because it has the number 10 on it. Incredible. Why did they do it like that? Anyway, I will take the lockpick kit. This is rank 5-3, which is Tiger and Tier. Which also confirms that it's Tier in the other place. And actually, I want to take the special key, which I think is always the silver key. Yeah. And I want to try that in the basement. And I think that's worth it. Even if going there sacrifices all of my footsteps. Because yeah. Here I want to check. Okay, but so see, these statues here don't relate to the ones downstairs. Which doesn't bode well for supposedly having 6 other statues just around. I know the position of a statue, but I don't know if it has... I don't know if it relates to one in the tomb. I know there's a statue off to the side of the house over here. Anyway, into the basement I go. I'm gonna try the silver key on the basement door. It's the only unique key I have ever seen. Doesn't fit. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a day. And honestly, I'm kind of tired. I'm just gonna end stream. Today did not go well. Not at all. Well, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and see you next weekend, possibly between now and then, if I have a bonus stream. I'm not gonna bother rating. See ya. Have a good one.